Good momentum, keep it going. Is that the plan?
That's the plan, mate. We obviously had 3 good wins, so 4th is what we're looking for, and that's been the focus this week. Moved straight onto the Dogs. It was a pretty ugly sort of win last week. Conditions played a part in that, but straight onto the Dogs. We've got the 24-hour rule in place, and we'll have our work cut out to beat the Dogs in Melbourne.
Seems like you guys are more focused this year. It seems with that consistency. I guess that was something you struggled with last year.
Yeah, for sure. I think we identified that. We probably didn't need a new coach to come in to tell us that we'd struggle with consistency. We're already aware of that. So it's just a bit more clarity with what each person's trying to do and each person's role, and it's really clearly outlined by the coaching staff. So thus far, most of us have been able to do what we've been asked. The challenge is obviously to do it every single week, and therefore gain the consistency that everyone looks for.
How much easier is it to sort of perform every week, knowing exactly, specifically what you have to do each play?
I guess it's easy to know what you need to do, but it's still a great challenge to be able to perform. The AFL, like everyone here knows, is a tough competition. So the opposition are probably as well drilled as we are. They've spent the same amount of time in the summer and the same amount of time each week preparing for the game. So it's just a matter of who executes and organises themselves better on the day. Pretty much gets the points.
I mean, it's not just. There's been other players to have talked about that clarity of message that seems to be better this year. So why is it clearer this year?
I think it's a little bit of I guess the clarity has come from the coaching group is improved, and I guess our ability to take it on board as well and put that out in the park. That's it's probably 50% of both, not just a new coaching staff. So. In saying that, we're not, fully where we want to be, and we're going to have to improve each week to put forward good results.
Josh, what sort of problems do the Bulldogs present?
They're really, their first 3 weeks have been really impressive. Hawthorn took it to them on the weekend, but they've been tackling, like maniacs for the first 3 weeks. I think they're leading the competition in tackles, and they've had their injury concerns, but they've had other guys step up there. Matthew Boyd's gone to half back and really looks good. He and Bob Murphy set them up. So they've got some nice forwards who love the look of Jake Stringer. So they've got a nice nucleus of players, and probably much like us, they're performing under a new coaching setup.
That ferocity of tackling for them, you guys obviously cracked the ton the other week for the first time. Has that been a big focus?
Yeah, it has. It's been a focus for us for probably 2 years to improve that aspect of our game, and the conditions helped with that. There was a lot of stoppages and a lot of slow play, so that played a part in such a high tackle number. But I think we're 2nd or 3rd in the comp as well, so it's going to be a great contest in that area who can come out and top. But in saying that, the team that has a lot of tackles generally may not have the ball, second to the ball. So hopefully we can win both areas.
And Josh, Joe Kelly came into the side last week for these games. It seemed to settle in pretty well. What did the coach and everyone make of his performance? Yeah,
we loved his effort. We pretty much knew, I guess 10 tackles is a great result, but we knew what we were going to get from him. He only knows one way, and it's a really special day when someone gets to make their debut. Everyone can sort of, go back to the time when they played their first game and remember how special it was. So it'd be great to have someone play their first game every week, because it's such a special day, especially when you can get the win for them and give them that Gatorade shower.
You obviously were involved in the melee at 3/4 time. Did you get a bit of grief for getting ragged out the back?
Yeah, I did. I got in trouble for tagging on the little bloke, so have to cop my right whack there, and no off-season holiday this year by the looks of it.
If they were playing rugby, doing much different this week if Danger gets another hard tag?
I don't think so. There's obviously going to be areas of the game where we can hopefully help him out that are within the rules and within the game. But you can't go outside the flow of the game to try and help anybody. Sloaney gets tagged. Scott Thompson's been tagged across his career. So whoever it is, there'll be times where we can do something, but it's not going to be too much, because we've got to keep our our eye on the goal and our eye on the ball, because that's the main focus. So I guess as a tagger, that's probably what they're trying to achieve, trying to get the opponent and the opposition off their game. So we'll just focus on the ball.
How do you feel the forward line's functioning, Josh, first 3 weeks?
Yeah, pretty well, I think. Obviously getting plenty of entries, which helps, and plenty of good supply. Obviously it's half the battle sometimes. And we've got a pretty good group down there. We've got some midfielders that are coming down and causing some problems as well. Dangerfield and Richie Douglas. Cam Ellis-Yeoman's a pretty tough matchup too, so we might see a bit more of that throughout the year. But obviously Tex is probably the headline act, but Eddie's been super. I think everyone's been pretty unselfish too. So it's always good to get someone else in the game and give him an easy goal.
You're obviously very good mates with Tex. What's been your take on his form this year?
I think it's just a fact that he's had a full summer under his belt. He's gotten over the injury, and he probably picks up from where he left off in 2012. To be honest, 2013 was pretty much a wreck. 2014 was pretty good year considering the long layoff he had. So for mine, he just sort of picked up off that 2012 form, and he looks super. He looks fit, looks strong, and he looks really confident. And the guys feed off that.
We saw across the road Travis Boak's form rose significantly once he was named captain. It's easy to sort of say that about Tex, but you think it's more just natural progression? Yeah,
I think so. Tex is 24, 25 now, so entering the prime time of his career. So I think it's just natural that he was going to improve. We all know how talented he is and how good he can be. So I think the captaincy, he probably adds a couple of percent, but in terms of his performance, it's just he's pure talent and hard work.